What's the best used plug-in hybrid to spend your hard-earned cash on? We'll take a look at towing and non-towing options. Let's go. First, non-towing options. The Chevy Volt, the older version, from 2011 to 2015, gets a very respectable 38 miles EV range before needing to switch over to the gas. It has a hatch, and it's fun to drive. Where it's not so great is the required premium gas and only 4 seats. GM seems to have done a good job on the battery management system for the Volt. Lots of stories of these getting 300-400 miles. Now for the newer, short-lived version of the Chevy Volt. The range improves to 53 EV miles. For the 2016 through 2018 model, the Volt got a new look inside and out. They addressed some of the issues in this new version. No longer is premium gas required, and there's a 5th seat. Sort of. The drivetrain remains pretty much the same, and there's still the T-shaped battery down the middle of the car. Now for the BMW i3 Rex, otherwise known as the range extender option. Many people consider this very similar to the Volt, but it's actually a different system, and you do have to worry about reduced power mode. For range, we're looking at 80 to 115 EV miles. Then it drops to 35 miles per gallon. The engine's not designed to run continuously, just to get you to your next charge. But it sounds like lots of people have used it without issue, unless you start to get into mountainous areas. This is definitely a unique vehicle, with its looks, half doors, and the carbon fiber tub. See our video Best Used EVs for the non-Rex option of this vehicle. There's actually 3 versions of the Honda Clarity. We're just covering the plug-in version here, but there is a rare EV one as well, and even a fuel cell version. With 48 EV miles and 42 miles per gallon, this is getting real close to Volt territory. One of the best things going for the Honda Clarity is that it seems to be the most like a normal sedan of most of the options here. Some people won't like the looks, but it does have some unique features. How about a see-through trunk? Or a pocket for your cell phone in the back seat, or even a place to unlock the trunk from inside the car. Speaking of that trunk, it does have lots of room, but an odd-shaped floor and small opening into the back seat. So practical, but larger than what some people will need. The Hyundai Ioniq is another vehicle with 3 versions: a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and an EV version. This plug-in hybrid version gets 25 EV miles and then 52 miles per gallon once it switches over to gas. Notice the little extra window in back to improve visibility. See if you can list all the cars that have this feature in the comments below. One unique feature of the Ioniq is a battery reset button. This allows you to recharge your 12-volt battery from your main battery. It's a compact hatch that looks somewhere between the Volt and the Prius. Speaking of the Prius, its plug-in hybrid version is called the Prius Prime. Similar to the Ioniq, the Prius gets 25 EV miles and then 54 miles per gallon. Toyota knows what it's doing with hybrids, but in order to make the Prime, they added additional batteries in the back, and also had to lose the 5th seat for the first few years of production. This is a safe, reliable option that many will choose based on its reputation. Keep in mind, these are all plug-in hybrids. To get the full use, you have to actually plug them in to start off with that full charge. Otherwise, you're lugging around a big battery for no reason. Okay, now for some towing options. We'll start off light. Subaru CrossTrek is a great adventure vehicle. They make a regular, a hybrid, and a plug-in hybrid, so make sure you look for plug-in on the charge door. You do lose some of the load floor in the back because of the battery, but you get 1,000 pounds towing, 17 miles EV range, and then 35 miles per gallon after that. Next up is the Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid. One of the first true SUV plug-in hybrids, offering 1,500 pounds in towing, 22 to 28 miles of EV range, and 25 miles once you're on gas. This design might be starting to show its age. It's roomy inside, and the rear seats do fold down, but it does involve a complicated three-step process. One thing to keep in mind is, although the Mitsubishi Outlander does offer rapid charging, it is CHAdeMO, which seems to be losing out to CCS as far as charging standards. If you're more into family hauling, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid might be more for you. This is the only minivan with a battery worth plugging in. There's lots of seating and entertainment options for the kids. One option you do lose is the stow-and-go seats. That space is now taken up by the batteries. But you get a comfy ride that can tow 1,500 pounds, has 33 EV miles, and then still gets 32 miles per gallon. Say hello to the Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, kind of a tall wagon or long hatchback. This is another offering with 3 versions: regular, plug-in hybrid, and EV. Again, see our EV video for more. Offering a surprising 2,800 pounds towing, 26 EV miles, and then 46 once you switch over to gas. Related to the Hyundai Kona and distant relation to the Chevy Volt, there are some recall issues with this. Now for the Mini Countryman plug-in hybrid. Being the biggest of the Mini family isn't always a good thing. But in this case, it allows this little SUV to tow 3,300 pounds. And depending on the model, it gets 15 to 19 EV miles before switching over to gas and getting 25 to 29 miles. Mini shows off its battery-equipped models with yellow badging all the way around. If you're looking for something practical, fun, and capable, the Countryman might be for you. A couple of newer options are the Ford Escape plug-in hybrid, and also the Toyota RAV4 Prime. Look for more on these later.